Thijs Michiel Best, better known as Tiësto, began DJing in his native Netherlands in the late 80s and by the mid-90s had become a prominent figure on the European club scene.
Hey Tiësto, are you ready to party?
By the noughties, his career and profile had expanded globally, and as well as enjoying success with his own music, he's gone on to remix tracks for countless artists, and his mix of John Legend's All of Me earned him a Grammy in 2014. Among other accolades, Tiësto has previously been named the greatest DJ of all time by dance music publication Mixmag. And he's listed as one of the world's highest earning DJs, with estimated pre-tax earnings of $24 million in 2019. When you started out in the 90s, take me back, because did you ever think that 30 years on you'd still be selling out shows? Was this part of the plan?
No, never. No. My plan was, I didn't really have a plan actually. I just lived by the day, and I still do. So I never think about how long I've been DJing. And you know, when I started in the 90s, I was like, well, you know, by the time I'm 30 years old, I'm going to be so old. Nobody wants to see me anymore DJing.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, by the time I'm 40, I'm going to be really old, and people don't want to see me anymore. And it keeps going. And now I'm, you know, over 50, and I still go. So, and I'm very excited, and the people are still very excited. And as long as it stays like that, I think I'm going to keep going.
So how do you explain that endurance, and how do you explain your success?
I don't think there's really an explanation for it. You know, I mean, I let other people decide why, I guess. You know, I just do what I love, and maybe that's what shows. I have a big passion for playing music and making music, and also the feeling you get when you go on stage and people appreciate what you do and you see them go crazy on your songs. It's really a very special feeling that not many people can experience. And I think that to me is the most fun thing about it, to see what my music does to other people. And it's really a unique way of expressing yourself.
I guess part of it is also just staying current and staying relevant and keeping across the trends, right?
Music has always been changing because that's what I like. You know, when TikTok started, I was like, I like TikTok, but I don't make songs especially for TikTok. But then the business came out and it became the biggest TikTok song, you know, and it's just a whole new game out there, and it's very different than when I started in the 90s. You know, I didn't even have a phone back then, so you know, I just live by the day, like I said, and I just keep going, and yeah, everything is moving. I seem to make the right decisions at the right time with the music. So,
and you've certainly received a lot of accolades as well. You've been regarded as a pioneer. You've been described as the Godfather of EDM, for example. You've even been named greatest DJ of all time. Even though so much time has passed, how do you feel when you hear accolades like that? They're really big calls, right?
They're really big calls, yeah. I'm very honored, and you know, when the kids call me the Godfather, you know, it's kind of a very big honor to me, and I love that I've helped so many young DJs coming up in the scene back in the days, from like Martin Garrix and Avicii to recent DJs like A-Craze, and you know, it's just fun to be around those guys because they keep me inspired as well, and they keep me on my toes, and it makes me feel like I want to be part of that scene, you know, and it's a lot of fun.
How would you say that your sound and your shows have changed over time?
When I started playing back in the days, everything was different. You know, the sound was different, the music, the lifestyle of people was different. And I think the current music always represents the state your mind is in and the state the people are in. You know, and that's why it's always changing. And I feel like what has changed the most is probably the attention span of people. You know, back in the 90s, and in the early 2000s, I would play songs 10, 11 minutes long. So I would play 10 songs an hour. I mean, now I play 48 songs an hour.
Wow.
So every minute and a half, 2 minutes, boom, 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 a new track comes in. So, you know, it's a huge difference.
Yeah, I guess that's the TikTok generation as well, right?
Yeah. But also on Spotify, you know, people, they don't have the attention anymore to listen to a full song. They listen to the first minute, even if it's their favorite song. 1 minute, boom, next. 1 minute, boom, next. So
When you're looking across social media and you're looking at all of the young talent that's coming up through the industry, what do you like, and is there anything that you don't like?
Well, I love how anybody can become a famous DJ nowadays. You know, it doesn't matter where you are or where you live, and that's so beautiful. What I don't like about the scene is that everybody tries too hard sometimes to make a TikTok song or an Instagram song, or it has to come from the right place. You know, it has to be authentic, and you know, make music you love and then put it out there. And if it's a hit, that's a bonus.